Okay, we're back again, and this time we're here with habit 3, which is put first things first. Okay, now what does that mean? Well, whatever those goals you had in habit 2, which begin with in mind, maybe you want a fancy new car. Well, a fancy new car is going to cost money, so putting first things first might be saving up that money. And that might mean, oh, next time you go to the grocery store, that you don't get that extra candy bar, or you don't get that box of chips or a bag of chips or a box of cookies, whatever it might be. You got to save money because you want that car, which is your end goal. Okay, now everybody's different. It might be that you want to get in shape. Well, if you want to get in shape, what are some of the things you got to put first? Your diet, exercising. If you have a test, it's not just going to magically study for itself. You have to think, okay, I got to put first things first. That means instead of maybe watching my favorite show on Netflix or going and playing with my friends all week, I got to put some time to myself. Is it always the most fun thing? No. But life's about challenges. It's not always going to be the most fun. But what is the most fun is when you finally do achieve that goal and the steps you take along the way. Okay? So, put first things first. A couple things I thought of is the monkey test. Animals and willpower. Animals don't have the ability like humans to plan like we do. They actually did this one test where they just gave a bunch of bananas to a monkey, but they only give it to him one time a day. And the first day, he kind of just ate them, ate a bunch of them, as many as he could, and then it kind of was throwing them around, and only got them. And then later in the day, he was hungry, but they didn't give any more bananas because they thought maybe if we keep doing this day after day. Now a human would realize, okay, I get a bunch of these bananas, I can eat some to start, but I only get this much, so I need to save it throughout the day. Every single day, the monkey brain, as they call it, just kept eating all the bananas, playing with them, and then they take the bananas away, or he'd eat all the bananas, or lose all the bananas, and never had any saved up. He was not putting first things first, didn't have that end in mind, and was not thinking, oh, I need to save up. That needs to be my first priority. Okay, some people think, okay, well, how do I get rid of those distractions? I want to get my goal. I got to put first things first. I got to study for this test. Well, my brother was a perfect example. In college, I was able to study right in the room, but he could not be distracted. If he had his phone with him, he's on that phone. That's not putting first things first studying. If his computer was nearby or a friend was nearby, they always want to study for the test. But he said, okay, I need to study for this test. So what did he do? He changed the circumstances. He had to go to the library to study, and he would leave his phone. He'd take his computer if he needed to, but for the most part, he would try to leave whatever might distract him away because then he could focus on his end goal. Okay. One of the things I like to do, and maybe you want to try this too, is when you're doing your homework, I always did 30 minutes of working and then 10 minutes of just time to myself. And I was real regimented to it. If anything, I would go over on the 30, but I never went over on the 10 minutes. When that was up, it was back to work. That was a great way for me. It kind of gave me a little break. So you can try that, and you can change it up how you want. You might want to do 20 minutes and 7. Some people like to do 40 and 10. It is up to you, but you got to put first things first. And what you achieve needs to be that, or what you want to achieve needs to be the first things you're doing. Okay. A couple things I see is people think, oh, if I want to achieve something, I need to make a list. Well, sometimes those lists are pointless. You don't need them. I've seen people make a list, and on the first thing is wake up. Did you really need to write that down on a list? Wake up. Put your clothes on. Brush your teeth. No, you do those things. You don't need to put those down. You're going to do this, okay? You need to put things on there that are achievable. Go to the library and study for 2 hours. Then you can check it off your list, okay? Having that plan, you can kind of see how all the habits are starting to tie together. But habit number 3, put first things first, okay? We'll see you again for habit number 4.